I want to let everyone know that I learned in this interim that our officer was pronounced dead at the hospital.
Breaking news, a standoff between police and a suspect leaves one officer dead. Coming up, find out what led up to those shots being fired.
Also, Faraday problems. We were the first station in town to tell you about this project being in trouble in North Las Vegas. And now, this morning, you're hearing what our state treasurer has to say. We're sharing ahead.
And rodeo time in Las Vegas. The National Finals Rodeo begins today right here at the Thomas and Mack Center. We're going to have a live preview coming up just a little bit later.
Live from Las Vegas, this is News 3 Today.
Good morning. Welcome in. We have turned the page to a new month.
Yes.
The final month of 2016 gets started today.
Anyone enjoying listening to the Christmas music as you're driving around town? We've been having fun doing that. We hope you are too. 'Tis the season. We're the Wagners, Kim and Dana on this Thursday morning.
I'm marking it down. That's the first one of the year. Kelly Curran, the first Tis the Season, of the broadcast. You're going to hear
That's
this a lot.
Okay one to mark down. I wasn't
it may
sure
be
where
a
he
little
was
bit
going.
overused, but you used the first one, so now we've got that one out of the way.
Yes, and 'tis the season for colder temperatures.
Number
too.
two.
Yes.
There you go, number two. We are looking at some chilly temperatures out there this morning, so bundle up as you're heading out the door. A lot more clouds today as well. Winds are going to remain light, at least for now. 47 degrees at 9 a.m., 53 degrees at noon, and 55 at 4 o'clock. Gusty winds, though, on the way. Another wind advisory. We're going to talk about when and where coming up.
It is now 4:30 and we have some breaking news to share with you. It takes us up to the Pacific Northwest, the Tacoma area, which is just outside of Seattle. This was the scene after an officer up there was killed in a domestic related standoff, and brand new, we're talking just minutes old. The suspect has been shot and killed after a standoff with authorities for some 12 hours, and also 2 children rescued from the home where this was taking place. You see, though, that lines of people have saluted the body of the officer as it was transported from the hospital to the medical examiner's office. That officer killed after being shot several times last night by a suspect who barricaded himself inside that home for 12 hours on end. It was a domestic-related disturbance, and police were able to get the adults and children out of the home following the shooting. This happens to be the first officer to die in the line of duty in Tacoma since the year 1997. Again, Tacoma, right outside of Seattle. It's almost like a Henderson, Las Vegas type of a situation. Authorities do not believe anyone other than the suspect was in the home as that standoff was going on. But from what we understand, the breaking news as we begin this broadcast, 2 children just ended up being rescued from that home. The suspect has been shot and killed.
4:32 now, and it was billed as a 4-wheeled future for North Las Vegas. Well, now our state treasurer telling us the Faraday Future deal may be dead. Faraday, an electric car company. You can see the futuristic car being shown off at a recent show there. They received more than $300 million in incentives from our state to build their automotive plant in Apex Industrial Park. That's in North Las Vegas. But our state treasurer, Dan Schwartz, believes the company's out of money. Schwartz telling us the regular talks with the company have been put on a permanent hold, and he's refusing to sign off on any bonds until Faraday and its ownership can prove that they have the money to back it up.
I think he's out of money. Could he get some more money? My sources in Beijing tell me that the Chinese government isn't financing him. So it's just a big question mark as to where and how they're going to continue this project.
We are expecting to hear from our governor, Brian Sandoval, today on this issue. Faraday Future didn't respond to our request for comment, but they did have a Facebook post yesterday saying they are still scheduled to unveil their first model at the Consumer Electronics Show in January. And we know that's right here in Las Vegas.
Yes, it is.
CES.
Huge. 4:33, and we have an update. It's a crime alert to a story you saw first right here on News 3. It has to do with a local man who will make his first court appearance this morning after being accused of killing his son at an apartment complex here in town. And what's new this morning is we're hearing from the neighbors who lived alongside him. That is the dad in question. This happened over at Rainbow and Robindale, and it happened Tuesday. Metro saying that Michael Gardenhire shot and killed his adult son. and then came out and told local officers about this. The officers were right there at the scene. They were just patrolling, regular patrol, happened to be there, heard the gunshots, went over to the apartment in question. Then Gardenhire comes out and tells them what he had done. Well, now neighbors are speaking out, saying that they used to hear the dad and the adult son arguing quite a bit, but they never thought it would lead to murder.
He casually mentioned his son in passing. I don't know the extent of their relationship, but I can't imagine shooting my son.
Again, Gardenhire, and you're looking at his mugshot on your screen right now, will make his first court appearance today. Just stick with News 3 for continued coverage.
434 and a local group supporting the needs of children with Down syndrome surprised after Thanksgiving when they found bullet holes in their sign. Who would shoot up this sign? Down Syndrome Organization of Southern Nevada says they have made renovations, added that sign recently. They did it with donations. Leaders say the nonprofit hosts events for people of all ages. They don't want to use funds that directly help children to repair the damage to the sign. Organizers say it could take thousands of dollars to repair it. They're hoping to get some more donations to fix the sign. For more information on how to do that, head to our website at news3lv.com.
At 4:35, we're focusing on sports, and we're talking about a major sports franchise coming to Las Vegas. You hear us talking about the Oakland Raiders relocating here to our fine city, but not everyone wants that to happen up in the Bay Area, up in Oakland. The San Francisco Chronicle is reporting that the city and a group of investors led by a former NFL star who used to play for the Raiders, Ronnie Lott, have come up with $1 billion plan to build a new Raiders stadium in the Bay Area. And they're doing this without the input from the owner of the Raiders, and that would be Mark Davis, who you just saw a moment ago. Clark County Commissioner Steve Sisolak just talked with Mark Davis recently and says that plans are still moving forward to bring the Oakland Raiders to Las Vegas.
He said, Steve, don't believe it. We're coming to Las Vegas. That was our intent at the beginning. You guys came through. I said, Mark, you just got to be honest with me. And he's always been honest. He's always been upfront and committed to me that they're moving to Las Vegas.
All right, I want to move everyone to our Kim and Dana Wagner Facebook page because unless you saw it, maybe you did, on Sports Night in America Sunday night right here on Channel 3, Mike Florio, who is an inside expert with anything with the NFL, he says that this is just smoke and mirrors to show the city of Oakland that they tried to keep the Raiders. That he says, just like you heard from Steve Sisolak, our local county commissioner, that the Raiders are coming to Las Vegas. I ended up pulling out my phone and just taping this segment on the television set because I knew that he was an insider that you could really trust. I will put that little segment on our Kim and Dana Wagner Facebook page.
Happening today, grab your boots, dust off that cowboy hat. Howdy, partner. It's rodeo time in Las Vegas.
You are such a city boy.
I didn't pull it off?
Not really.
But it was cute. Shot. National Finals Rodeo kicks off today at the Thomas and Mack Center, a 10-day Western party. It's the Super Bowl of rodeo. At this point, your best bet to get tickets is to buy a so-called Mad Dash ticket. It lets you into the arena. Then you have to dash to find a seat upstairs. That sounds dangerous. You have people in cowboy hats elbowing each other to find a seat inside the T&M. There's also a ticket exchange at the Cowboy Christmas venue at the Las Vegas Convention Center. Our Michelle Velez will be live at the Thomas and Mack Center this morning as the NFR heats up this morning. We're wondering if she'll be able to invent smell-o-vision because it's a distinct smell.
I'm wondering if she's going to have a flannel shirt on and a cowgirl hat. We will see soon enough. At 4:37, you saw the animation. We are focusing on the Trump transition. There is Donald Trump, and talk about a city person. He is leaving New York City to go on a thank you tour this morning, fulfilling a campaign promise. Here's NBC's Tracy Potts.
No, they didn't start clapping. They started talking and being happy that they would be able to maintain their jobs, their homes, and take care of their family once again.
Carrier workers call it a Christmas miracle, 1,000 jobs saved, not moving to Mexico. The company credits President-elect Trump's pro-business policies. He's headed to Indiana this afternoon to talk about it.
Oh my gosh, he's not even president yet, and he's figured out how to save 1,000 jobs. I'm hoping that every CEO in America is getting that beacon signal from the new Trump administration that we're open for business here in the United States.
Behind today's victory lap, millions in state incentives from Indiana Governor Mike Pence, who's been in Washington paving the way for quick confirmations.
We're going to be continuing to work
through December and all the way to Inauguration Day to make sure that we are ready on day one.
In New York,
we talked about SBA.
The parade of potential nominees continues. Critics call it a cabinet full of insiders, but so far, no word on which of 4 candidates will be offered Secretary of State. Tracy Potts, NBC News, Washington.
And who knows, that could break during this broadcast. We'll let you know. But it's the holiday season. We opened up the program saying 'tis the season, and there it is on full display on your screen. Live pictures out of Rockefeller Center. It is time to focus on that primetime special from last night.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
There is the official lighting of the tree in Rockefeller Center. You see the NBC News crew and a host of other celebrities firmly in place. Also, the mayor of New York City, Bill de Blasio, getting some help from some stars of Saturday Night Live like Alec Baldwin and Kate McKinnon. This is a 94-foot tall Norway spruce, some 50,000 colored lights covering that tree. And there it is one more time. We'll just let it go one more time. And there it is. And we'll have more throughout the broadcast this morning if you're just now flipping on your TV set. Also still to come at 4:40, we have an update on that plane that went down in Medellin, Colombia with that elite Brazilian soccer team on board. New information about what happened right before the crash. We'll share it ahead.
And the man who created the Big Mac has passed away. A little bit later, Jeannie Moe's putting her special spin on the life of Jim Delligatti.